Yeah. Let's talk about the last 28 days plan, right? Because we got our exam dates on, we have our examination on 1st of March. And also remember, there are two shifts of it, 9 to 12, the same format, and 3 to 6, the second shift. So please make sure that you are focusing upon all these things properly. First thing first, what should be your strategy for these last 28 days? First thing, what should you not be doing? Please make sure that you're not focusing upon any new topic. Do not open up any new topic, not required at all, because at this point, you'll just confuse yourself if you end up opening up a new topic, or you'll just confuse your mind with a new topic. Okay, just don't focus on any new topic. Try to give at least 5 mock tests till the main exam. You have 28 days in hand. You can distribute the timings in terms of like one test on 3rd of February, then 7th of February, then 12th of February. So you can just bifurcate your timings, bifurcate your schedule, but please make sure at least 5 mock tests are given, and full fledged, like full length 145 questions mock test, where you can practice out that how to scan part C. I gave you one proper discussion, like we had a proper discussion related to how you have to scan the part C. Just a short recalling, I asked you that whenever you get the paper, make sure that in the paper you are quickly scanning through each and every question, and you're making a list of the questions, right? On one side you can write down the number of question from 1 to 75, then the type of question, and then the unit, and make sure that you're focusing upon your strong areas and the simple type of questions at the first go. And as and when you do that, you'll be saving a lot and lot of your time, and this practice can come only and only with the mock test. You need not to like think about that I have to have only like a new paper for the practicing. No, you can go for the previous year questions as a mock also. Okay, if you have new questions as mock, that is great, but if by chance you're not able to get the access of that, take up the previous year question papers and solve them full-fledged from first question till the last question, with option selection and everything, so that you have a habit, or you get a habit of uh, you practice out choosing how to choose a question, and you also practice out that how you have to actually proceed in the main examination. Okay, so very first thing is give at least 5 mock tests, followed by 5 mock tests. Please and please make sure that you are revising the things very properly every day. Both the things should go hand in hand, the previous year questions and your mock test and your revision, both the things should go hand in hand. Do not think that I'll either do only revision or either I'll only practice. No, you will have to and have to have both the things going in a proper manner. And also make sure that during this time slot, 9 to 12 and 3 to 6, you are actually sitting and studying, or actually sitting and solving out the questions, because your mind should get that habit of being properly active from 9 to 12 and 3 to 6. Please make sure that you're doing that as well, right? Another thing, another very very important segment to focus upon. Next thing, along with the revision, make sure that with whatever strong topics you have, for example, you have your unit number, let's say 8, genetics as a strong topic. So make sure that you're making those strong topics the strongest one. Just don't go for thinking about that, no, I'll just sit in, uh, read the weak topics and neglect the strong topics because I know them. No, it would be better, it would be much more effective for you if you actually focus upon your strong topics first, because having or scoring the questions from the strong topics is easier as compared to the topics which are weaker, right? So focus, or channelize your energy in the strong topics for the time being, and whatever weak topics you have, try revising them and try like revise them, work upon them as well, but do not completely utilize your all the energy in the weak topics only. Make sure that you're focusing upon the strong topics. Every student have their own strong topics. Like for me, my plant physiology is strong, my cell signaling is strong, my uh, molecular biology is strong, for example. So I would make sure that during my revision time, main final revision time, I'm focusing upon those things. I am revising and properly making sure that no question get wrong in the strong area. From the weak area, I'll be working upon the weak areas as well, but I'll make sure that my strong areas are in my hold and I am not lagging in any point, or I'm not lagging at any segment in the strong areas, right? In addition, make sure to pinpoint or pick up the simple questions first. For example, make sure that you are um, picking up all the match the following questions at the first go in the main examination, because match the following questions are the easiest one, right? If you have practiced out, and we have also practiced a number of questions, you have yourself seen with just one or two options we can get a complete 4 marker question correct, right? So be smart enough in choosing the questions properly, and this choosing of question practice comes from the mock test only. Okay, and this mock test will help you to scan the part C or practice out the scanning of part C. And if you scan the part C properly, you'll be easily able to pinpoint the match the following questions first and solve them. When I gave my examination in November 2020, the first thing that, like, I used the same technique, and what was the main strategy that I followed, making sure that every single match the following question, graphical questions, statement wise questions are solved in from my strong areas. So I made a list, and to my surprise, there were 9 to 10 match the following question. And in every paper, not just that paper, almost in every paper, we have the same 9 to 10 questions being there from the match the following. So out of these 9 to 10, 8 to 9 can easily be solved with just one option or two option at max. So make sure that you are like picking up all the simple questions first, right? You need not to take the hard route to qualify the examination. You can go for smart work as well, and the smart work comes from the type of questions, from the variety of questions that you are picking up. Because in part C, or in the entire paper, I would say the main thing that works is the type of question that you're choosing up, the type of question that you're picking up and solving up. Okay, so make sure about this particular thing as well. In addition to that, also remember there is a segment of recalling. In addition to revising, make sure that you're focusing upon recalling as well. Recalling helps you out in like analyzing whether the topic is getting retained in your mind or not. This is something very very important, and this is something you should abide by till the main examination. And that is, let's say you study cell cycle, cancer, apoptosis, all these things today, for example. Just giving you an example. So if you study all these things today, so tomorrow morning when you wake up and revise the things again, you start your revision again, take a minute pause, take 5 to 10 minutes, just close your notebook and revise, and think about all the bullet pointers that you have. If you have a problem, or if you feel like that it will be a monotonous thing, take up a white sheet of paper and just quickly scribble down. You need not to make notes over here. You're just recalling all the points. Just scan through your mind that what all pointers are getting recalled, what all things are you able to recall from that particular point. If you're able to recall everything, very good. If you're missing out or lagging somewhere, open up the notes again, check. And this is just a 15 to 20 minutes activity at max. But if you do this activity judiciously for till the main examination for all the topics that you revise, I am telling you, you'll be enhancing your scores by a very good number. Okay, so remember about this thing as well, that you have to focus upon revision and recalling as well, right? In addition to that, please and please do not skip part A. If you have not done even a single question till now, I would suggest you start doing at least 10 question practice of part A from today itself. Even if you do 10 questions from now, also, you have 28 days, solve 10 questions daily. You'll be able to practice out 280 questions, which is almost equivalent to 200 topics, right? Because some questions might get repeated as well, or some concept might get repeated in the question as well. But if you solve out at least 10 questions daily, 280 questions can easily be solved in. Which questions should you take up? Just take up the previous year question papers. In every paper, you have 20 maths questions. So every day, dedicate at least half an hour to part A and take my words in writing. If you do part A properly, you'll be easily able to cope up in the main exam if by chance any segment comes difficult. Like, let's say part B questions comes out to be very difficult in the theory part. So there are chances that over there you might feel a lack of confidence. So it's better to prepare the other segment, which 70% of the students don't do. Take it, like, just remember and keep this fact: 70% of the students don't go for part A preparation, but those who do, they only excel in the main exam. So please make sure you are not skipping part A at any point. Don't give excuses after the examination, because I have like one specific student, I won't name her. In every segment, like from last three papers, she's giving the examination from last three attempts, she's scoring excellent 97, 98 percentile in part C, part B, but in part A she's scoring 4 percentile, 5 percentile, and I'm repeatedly asking her to go for part A, but she's not doing. And the only thing that she need to do, or only thing that majority of the students need to excel, need to do to like actually clear that cutoff, is go for part A, right? And I'm not making up the story, I have a screenshot, I can share that particular thing as well. So part A is of utmost importance, and when you know your weakness, when you know that okay, part B and part C is strong, I am lagging in part A, in the next attempt you should be focusing upon part A, right? So make sure that you're not making the same mistake again and again. From, like, if you're giving the examination for the first time, do part A. If you're giving the examination the second time, make sure that you're learning from your mistakes. And these last 28 days are something to me, they're something that will either make your result or break your result. Okay, just don't get lenient and lethargic in these last days. Now the weather is also fine enough for you to wake up early and study. It's not that cold, and it's not that uncomfortable for you to not study. You can do every single thing possible now. So make sure, and in March it will be a bit warm, so it's a very good temperature for you to like focus upon the studies, because in January and in December I get a lot of messages from students that ma'am, we're not able to study because it's way too cold. No excuses work when the main examination results open up. Okay, so please make sure, because not just you, every person it's cold, right? So make sure that you are not letting these small and environmental factor impact your preparation. Make sure that you're actually focusing upon the and channelizing your energy in these last 28 days. It's 31st of January, examination is on 1st of March, so exact 28 days are there. Make a plan for yourself on all the topics that you have studied. Make sure that you're revising all those topics. Make sure you're practicing out at least last 10 papers at the bare minimum. At least last 10 papers are being used up, like practiced properly. Then third thing, make sure the topics are getting recalled. Fourth, make sure that you're not skipping up the part A. These things are going to help you in the main examination. And also make sure that whatever you revise, like even if even the previous year question papers need to be revised on regular basis, just don't do the questions for the sake of doing it. Learn from those questions. Like for example, if you do the June 2024 paper, for example, so make sure that these June 2024 papers, after a week you are sitting and revising them as well, that what questions were there and what was the answer, because sometimes the question get reframed. Sometimes you get the reframing of the question and they can ask you the similar thing. Okay, please make sure that you're doing it and focusing upon every single thing possible.